See if this is still working. Seems like it should be. Let me hop over here. See if this is still working. Oh my god. Seems like it should be. Shouldn't be. Shouldn't be the way it is. Over here. Gonna have an echo. If this is still working. Echo will go on forever. All right. Dear God. God, what do we have to talk about now? I'm all talked out. See how many people that we get here. Shawnee B, welcome to the stream. How you doing, sir? What do you want to talk about, Shawnee B? I'm trying in the background right now to find a file, find one of these pictures from that I was working on, but I have forgotten where I put it. So if I seem distracted, that's what it is. DC paintings. Lion's Den. Might be this one. Take a while to load. That bug behind you, welcome to the stream. Richard Murdoch, I see you as well. That bug behind you says, hey, remember how I said Godo was fake and gay? Let me say it that way. It's awfully convenient that he is both fake and gay. I don't know. I thought we did good work. We got him past the point of thinking that it was all an anal op. And if you can do that, not that it matters. It's not like we needed Godo on the team. But yeah, he messaged me earlier. I think I was it was either in COG server or Geek Thulu server. I'll talk about that later. But he but he said that he wanted to talk to me in DMs about this whole situation. He was mad at me at first. He's like, can you explain this whole Andy Worski thing? Which I explained it, and he was like... And then I told him that Andy Worski had blocked me on Twitter and has banned me from his Discord. Godo said something to the effect of, yeah, he was right to do that. I was like, oh, 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 you hate me. You think I'm a dirty dog. So we talked about it a little bit. I think he softened a little bit after that. And then he asked me to come onto his stream. I didn't know he was relaunching or rebranding his whole image. So, if you're going to launch a new show, yeah, why not start it with the most E-famous guy you know? And that person is Anal Vape. Guess he couldn't get Anal Vape, so he got me. Relatively found. I see you in the live will be recorded room. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing all right. How about you, sir?
Pretty good. Pretty great.
What's this? Why is Godo saying you're a bad actor?
Oh, well, he was just upset that I hosted that stream about Worski because I was basing it on information from Anal Vape. He just didn't.
Does he not?
He didn't know anything. He didn't know what he was talking about. So he just assumed a bunch of things, and then I had to let him know. I think at this point he is probably at least skeptical. So.
Does he not know that anal vape's kind of a big deal?
He wanted to have Anal Vape on there, and he told me, he said, I want to have him on there so I can yell at him. I was like, just come on the Night Beast for that. It's our pastime over here.
That's what everyone else does, yeah.
ABCDEF, welcome to the stream. That bug behind you says, gee whiz, I wonder why someone who hates vape would say this is all a fake op. This is true. Christine, welcome to the stream. Haven't seen you in a while. Katie Waxlover, welcome to you as well. I did have a brief outline of what I was going to talk about tonight. I don't know if that stream kind of took all my energy on this whole fucking drama.
So, do you know if Godo's still hiding from super hackers?
What's that about? Were the super hackers after him?
Zeph was scaring the shit out of him that the Queen of Bants was getting some super hacker to hack as well. So Godo was freaking out.
Oh no! How long ago was this?
Probably like a month, maybe. So yeah, something like a month ago.
Is that why you dropped off the radar?
But it was just it was around that time. Remember when when it came out that King of Bants was a dude, like actually like when you did your shit.
Oh, okay.
I think it was either just before or just after that.
Oh, yeah. I hadn't heard anything about the dude for a while, so I was surprised to hear from him. I did talk to Queen of Bants, or as she is called, Cloak and Dagger now, over at the Ellington stream. She was telling me that, I don't know, people consider her the leader of the anime mafia now. I don't know what that's about.
I thought she was going back to war with us.
Oh really? Yeah, it's like what you said.
I saw some tweet about it anyway.
The fucking division lines, man. They're all.
I know. I was trying to say this the other day, but my mic wasn't working. It's like this, whatever this war is, it just seems to be a spiral of retards shouting at each other rather than there actually being like this side and this side.
Yeah.
Nah, dude, it's asymmetrical relatively. There's no battle lines, one side here, one side here. It's a clusterfuck. Everyone's in the middle, just fucking throwing down with each other.
You know what this is? Both Snack and Davis. This is a personification of the duality of mankind.
Oh my god, we're making art right now, Snack.
There you go, boy.
That we are.
It's a beautiful thing. No, I was gonna come in hot and angry. I forgot all about the whole thing I was gonna do because
I saw the title.
Yeah, I'm angry. I'm a madman. I'm angry. Let me tell you why I'm angry, guys. Ask me why I'm angry. In fact, actually.
Why are you angry today, Davis?
I'll tell you why I'm fucking angry. Because one of the #1 streamers that I like on this platform that we call YouTube is this guy named Andy Worski. I love this guy. You guys know I love this guy. I love him. You know what happened to him? I've talked about this before. Maybe I haven't. Maybe I'll let you in on this thing that happened to him. His Snapchat and his Instagram got deleted. Can you believe that shit? Without recourse from these platforms. Without any recourse. These fucking trolls, this is what I hear from Cog, is that these fucking trolls, they work together. They got together, working in concert. And they flagged down these two platforms, these two social media platforms on Andy Worski, and now all his pictures are gone. I'm mad! I'm goddamn mad. I'm fucking furious about it. But I'm not so furious about that as much as I'm furious about the lack of support amongst the Worskiites. What are they called? What are they called? The Worski Bros? The Worski Ghetto? I can't get goddamn not one bit of support from these people on this whole goddamn flagging campaign. Why? Why am I the only one asking Instagram? Why am I the only one asking Snapchat to get his account back up there? Why am I the only one?
It's because you're proactive, Davis. I mean, what can you say?
That's what it is.
A true fan.
I'm the #1 fan, the #1 guy.
Right, that's right.
You would think a platform as large as Instagram would have some kind of functionality that if you're ever disabled or even banned, when you log in, it'll take you through some steps and you can get your freaking pictures back. But
you would think.
In this case, it just didn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, Snapchat and Instagram definitely don't save logs. That doesn't happen.
Well, I'm just so mad I'm seeing red, I tell you what.
I can tell you're absolutely livid. I can smell it.
The amount of anger has not been.
I can feel you shaking through my fucking phone right
I
now.
tell you what, I haven't been so angry since Sneck said that he was some sort of fucking artist. I tell you, that was the last time I was this angry. I think I'm probably a little more angry than that.
Wow. Wow, that was frightening.
There was a question I wanted to ask you because Goto had sent me that link like way late. And he's like, "Hey, come on and talk about stuff." What the fuck were you guys even talking about beside the Worski thing?
What?
No, that was pretty much it.
Yeah. Oh, that was it? Okay.
Are you talking about Onision?
No, Goto.
I think that was all. Well, when I got there.
I got lost somewhere along.
Now you're making me angry. More angry. Actually, you're taking away my anger. Just making me confused. I have to change the title of this stream.
Have you hidden the shovels? Have you hidden the shovels, Dave?
I had to. That was the most responsible thing I could do.
Yeah, we don't need a fucking accident, mate.
Tell you what also makes me upset. Makes me a little upset. This Geek Thulu guy. Because, alright. We've talked about this Worski thing, and I've come to the conclusion that it was an op! It was an op perpetrated by bad actors. I don't know which one was involved in it. I made a little spreadsheet here.
All of them, probably, right?
It's probably all of them, but I got 5 names here that I put on Photoshop here. Maybe we can decide what their involvement is later. Maybe not. Maybe this has run its course. But I'll tell you who I'm mad at right now. Fucking mad at Geek Thulu. He was my buddy. He was my pal. He was a fan of the stream. He said my streams were great and I was the best streamer. If you don't believe me, go back and look at the streams. We were good buddies.
Warning people about him.
Now.
Tried warning y'all.
I'll tell you. And then this anal vape comes in here, and he's bringing in all these lies and these fake screenshots and getting me involved in this drama. Fucking hell. Not one time did Geek Thulu take me aside and say, "Listen, Davis, I have screenshots. Andy Worski has given them to me. There's screenshots that prove Anal Vape and Tonka Saw are involved in a deep gay op." Never once! This guy says he's my friend, he says my streams are great, and he wants to destroy me.
What the fuck? Why is he backstabbing you like that?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I did to the man. But I'll tell you what.
I told you, Davis, remember that one time he came on, like a stream of yours, and I confronted him about that. I told you that guy's like a two-faced type of dude. Like, he'll be friendly to you if he thinks, like, you got some information that, could maybe help him out or some shit like that.
He led me into making a fool of myself is what he did.
And
I'm angry.
I wouldn't say he's necessarily like two-faced, but they have been like dead silent on this issue, and you would think that they would come. Like, I know that people don't think that. I know, especially Geek and Andy, they know that Davis isn't some like fucking crazy bad actor.
I don't know about have you heard how angry he is?
Yeah, I'm pretty angry.
Yeah, would have. I don't know. You would think they'd say something, right?
You think when Andy Worski, he went on the kill stream, you guys maybe you saw this, maybe you didn't. He says that I showed Ralph, I showed Ethan Ralph these screenshots. I showed Zidane. I showed the other one, Gator. I showed him these screenshots that prove that Tonka Saw is in cahoots with Anal Vape. Never once showed me. What the fuck is that about?
Yeah, what bullshit. I don't buy that for a second, to be honest.
I buy it. I buy it.
So,
is he aware that you're his number one fan?
Here's my thing real quick. Let me get this out because I want to say fucking to go to, okay, but this is the thing, okay? So, it may be a quote-unquote gay op. Okay, for one, we already know fucking Zoom and Anal Vape are not working with fucking Tonka. At least, I don't think so. Maybe your graph shows that they are. I don't know.
I haven't put the arrows together, but yeah, I'll do that later.
There you go. I'm jumping ahead. But here's the whole fucking thing, okay? So Vape is unreliable because of his past or whatnot, or in Zoom, whatever. here's the thing. Okay, so Ted Bundy helped catch the Green River Killer. Okay, so you know what I mean? Like, just take that in. So someone that clearly is a fucking piece of shit. Not saying I don't think Vape is a piece of shit.
You're saying Ted Bundy is involved. I'll write that down in the thing.
What's the new name on the list, boy?
Yeah, put him on that graph. But here's the thing. So just because they think Anal Vape is a piece of shit and yada yada yada, automatically means that discount everything he fucking says. No, that doesn't mean anything. He gave her a platform. That's all. As far as I'm concerned, that's all it was. He gave her a platform to fucking tell her story. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's like trying to say just because this person's a bad person, they can't be right. You can be a bad person and still be right at the same time.
Exactly.
Like, that's not mutually exclusive.
Well, and the fact is that there could be a 15 or 17-year-old getting groomed by a 30-year-old at the worst end of this scenario. So, like, I mean, it's kind of probably worth looking into.
No, let's gloss over that. Let's not even examine that.
I said this the other night, though, Davis, and it's the fact that Kraut and Tonka put together the best op ever. And then they got together and said, who's the best person to break this? And they said,
Anal Vape, of course.
We'll give it to Anal Vape, who will break it on Night Beasts. Fucking brilliant.
They did it. And I fell for the whole thing like some fucking idiot. I'm so angry!
Hook, line, and sinker. Boy, did they pull the wool over your eyes.
Oh, I'm so sad. I'm so mad that I
don't
didn't
put it
think
on the
of
Kumite. Yeah, don't put it on the Kumite. Be way too obvious. You know, then it'd be obvious Tonka did it. They had to be subtle.
You got used like a pawn, Davis.
Yeah, I feel dirty about the whole thing. I tell you what. If I didn't feel so,
you want to know the best part about the theory that this is all an op? So a question keeps getting asked: why Anal Vape? Why the most incompetent op maker around? Why him? Here's something I find interesting as an answer to that question, which makes the whole op theory even stupider. Now, why would you choose an incompetent person to do an op? Because you want it to be looking stupid. If all these people are to say this is a big op, then the op is run by Andy and friends because they chose Anal Vape because they knew it would all go down this direction.
Oh, you think Andy is involved?
Brilliant.
If it's an op, if that's what people want to say. That makes sense, does it not?
There you go.
I like it.
You've got a whole new kind of worms, boys.
Add Andy to the list. All right, we're doing it.
I didn't meant to thought maybe he's the mastermind behind it all. They're all working under him.
You're right. I'm moving Tonkus off the top.
Hold on. Is Andy's name on the list? I think we need to add Andy's name on the list. I have a theory.
Jim is pulling the strings.
All of this up. To stir up
it's all destiny.
I've got to ask, where does AD fit in this op?
Oh, you think he's involved? Okay.
AD has been filling the boots of Anal Vape for the past 3 months. Anal is actually dead because he got AIDS from a hooker.
No, AD
wait, that sounds like something that would happen to AD. Not
Vape.
Real quick, let's welcome a few people to the YouTube stream. Do you get it? Welcome to the stream. He says Anal Vape could be the guy from Suits. Who watches Suits? Oh, I guess Sneck got it. Richard Murdoch, I've said hello to you. Literally Hotler. Space Bitch, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. All right. Yeah, we had Andy Worski named to the list. Who is the other one? I'm not adding AD. I don't think he's involved.
Mr. Medicare, I believe, was the other one.
Oh, okay. What James O'Shaughnessy?
Jim runs. Yeah, he runs every op. That's just a given.
All right. We'll just say Mr. Medicare.
And Destiny's in there somewhere.
Okay.
Destiny. That's a good one.
And the real kingpin all along. We didn't know it. He was right under our nose. Optic Decay. Who would have thunk it?
What was he doing? Was he doing the photos? Wow, the photoshops look pretty good, so it probably wasn't him.
He was providing the tender blowjob as everyone was cleverly working on the op.
I think you guys are missing this whole thing. I think this whole op is run by fake Ross.
Oh my god!
Well, he's our leader.
This is his way to destroy Bloodsports, man.
Fake Ross is the patsy, just like Lee Harvey Oswald is to the real shooter, which is Broski. He's mad.
You underestimate Fake Ross's intelligence.
I've got it. I fucking figured it out. Broski's mother has been doing all of this.
Add Broski's mother to the list.
Oh no, it's amazing. Can't believe it. All right,
Broski's part of the op. Get the sympathy up, then she can pull the strings.
Dude, she's like Don Corleone, man, sitting back with the fucking hand on the puppet.
Don Corleone, she is the boat.
Want to make an offer you can't refuse. All right, Broski's mom. I don't know what your input was, but we'll put you there. Okay, it was Optic as well. Was Broski even involved? Probably not. Broski's mom. She was like,
probably behind the scenes. Like Broski's mom uses some kind of like a puppet, has him run and do these things while she sits and does the Mr. Burns things with her fingers.
Yeah,
gee whiz, and here I thought Broski was the one with the hand up his ass.
No, the thing I would say that Broski's not involved because after she told him to make a GoFundMe for her cancer and that got all fucked up, I think she wouldn't even involve him in an op. He's just gonna fuck it up like he did my cancer.
Ooh.
So you gotta add his sycophants to it too. You gotta add Cog. Cog's part of it.
Cog. Yeah, that's why he's not.
Cog isn't part of anything. He's just the clever idiot who just turns the gear.
He's the useful idiot.
Yes.
Well, he's the guy everyone thinks is going to think things through, but no, you can't do that.
Has anyone ever expected Cog to think things through, though?
Too.
You would think.
I have a theory about this. What if Anal Vape is like the Kaiser Soze of this app?
Well, he's already on the list. We'll think about it, though. Remember, it's
Diogenes all along. His plan is to get Metacore into this op, and his plan is to get Jim somehow deeply invested so that he can take down the one who spurned him.
Oh my god. So good.
Add God had a big part of this, too.
What about Dunga? I thought Andy said Dunga was part of this too.
Yeah, we already got Tonkasaw on the list. He was one of the original 5.
Yeah. You gotta add God too.
Oh fuck, Jesus! We'll add Jesus because we know that.
I reckon Dick Rocket's on there because people were posting pictures of his wife and his kid.
Dick Rocket,
he had that coming. Come on,
his Ralph Retort on the list. Maybe this is a thing for Ralph is in on this, pushing more viewers to his stream so we can have Metacore on some more, push those numbers up a little bit.
I think it works better for Worski though, because think about it, right? He was just getting numbers again, and right as soon as his numbers start falling, this whole thing starts coming up.
Yep. Well, the thing is, Ralph's numbers were falling too.
Yeah.
He had everything to gain.
Laugh.
Ralph is the true 5'1".
Is Jim's doxing involved in this op too? Because I feel like it is.
Maybe. I think it was to take. Well, I don't know. I think it was a counter op actually to take the heat off of this Worski op.
Well, to take the heat off Andy. I got you.
Jim higher than Broski's mother, or is Broski's mother higher than Jim?
Oh boy. I don't know. We'll decide who's the kingpin once we decide what their particular skill sets were. What do you think? What do you think Ted Bundy had to gain by doing this op?
A lot, apparently.
We might take him off. He might be not involved.
Apparently, I'm getting some intel from the ops master. Apparently, for that guy, it's kind of like Spider-Man, where everyone gets one, and Anal called in his one for this particular op.
I see. Richard Murdoch says, add Joaquim and Underwater Alex Jones. Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah, those are names that completely slipped my mind. That was a
good don't add Underwater Alex Jones. If he sees his name on that list, he's going to have a pulmonary aneurysm.
Oh no, he'll threaten to beat you up, Davis.
Then I'm definitely doing it.
Beat me up.
I'll put it right in the fucking center, big bold.
Yeah, do that.
Davis, he already lives with perpetual asthma. Don't do anything worse to him.
Dude, be warned. If he sees his name on any list, he will threaten to beat your ass.
Oh well, I guess I'll take it. Take it under advisement. Please.
All you gotta do is fucking punch him in the stomach, and he'll throw up.
Did you guys hear that Joaquin had a spur gout last night?
I heard. I didn't see it though.
Apparently, him and Eric Stryker are no longer friends.
Yeah, he cried.
Eric Stryker called him a neocon, and he got pissed, and then all of his fans started turning on him in super chats, and Joaquin got really mad.
Joaquin wants to invade Venezuela, is it? To take their oil?
Yeah.
Not a bad idea, I guess.
Well, for a neocon and a like yourself.
You say neocon, I say liberator of the oppressed. Thank you very much.
Well, the idea didn't fly amongst the more hardcore of the alt-righters. But yeah, is that video out there still, or is it behind a paywall?
Someone was posting like a mega link to it earlier.
Oh, really?
He says he's gonna edit it and then re-upload it to where there's no drama. He's gonna
God.
Wait, hold on.
Kidding.
I don't understand why Venezuela? There's not nearly enough old men whose dicks he can suck in there.
Ooh, jeez. You're vicious as fuck, man. Ow.
Understand why Venezuela?
All right. I don't know. Cognitive thought's too high up on that list.
They were actually there was talks about that probably happening. Like, I don't know if you guys seen in the articles where it said Trump administration people actually met with like military leaders over there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, in Venezuela. Caused a bunch of tensions between like.
Okay, so Venezuela, you need to add it to the list.
Oh,
yes.
Venezuela's involved in this?
Yes, the communist dictator of Venezuela.
Venezuela's funding
might have
this.
a hand in this to distract the American people away from what's going on there.
So we're just adding the country to the list.
It's specifically to distract Joaquin, because Joaquin, as everyone knows, is the leader of the free world.
Oh.
He's the leader of the white race, I'll have you know.
Him and his old Jewish grandpa.
Okay, Venezuela it is.
And what better way to distract the American people than to send them on a witch hunt after some Canadian?
So Venezuela confirmed worse than Russia.
Oh my God. Or maybe they were working together with Russia. In concert.
Add Putin to the list.
Russian collusion with Venezuela.
Boy. Gotta say, this is seeming less and less likely. Somebody was bound to
too
tell.
Close-minded.
You know who's the op master? Fucking BetterHelp.
Okay, that's
BetterHelp starts getting all this shit flowing through it, and everyone's all of a sudden focusing on BetterHelp, and what happens right at the crux of it? All of a sudden, Jim is nowhere to be found. All of a sudden, the Worski docs comes out. It all connects. It's the circle of fucking life.
Worski was speaking out against BetterHelp.
Yeah,
I think this is plausible.
He's making a good case.
Ralph retort, what are they focusing on? Look at all these channels. Look at even Medicare is now forced to focus on the Worski shit. BetterHelp is the roadrunner. It is the thwart to what is essentially the coyote. 17-year-old girl.
So is Andy Worski still on the list then?
Yeah. But
we got multiple theories.
Yes, because Andy Worski is under contract with BetterHelp. Okay. So he has to be on the list.
Okay, so
the strings, he's on there.
Okay, Andy Worski could be the ringleader, or BetterHealth, or Broski's mom. I'm not gonna put
Well,
Vape as ringmaster.
Philip DeFranco is partnered and possibly business partners with BetterHelp. So it looks like he's part of this too.
I can't believe it. This is too many names. To be honest.
Well, it's an elaborate ops, though, dude. It's elaborate as fuck. So there's a lot of people involved.
This is the first ever recorded op that is actually well put together, and Andy should be proud.
Yeah. Well, when you got these high-level thinkers and the great country of Venezuela, you better have something. You better have something good. Shame it didn't work. Langer, I see you there. Welcome to the stream. Langer asks, "What did I walk in on?" We're dissecting the op against Worski, trying to find out who's involved. Got a lot of names
Davis,
here.
one main group I forgot that definitely needs to be on that list, and that is the Jews.
Oh no!
I can't believe
you know what? I think this might be the one op they're not behind, Snack. I can't be behind that.
Wario, think about it. The American people are now distracted, so now more subversion can go on behind the scenes.
If the Jews were behind it, it would have worked.
This is why it works. Listen, do you remember the Godot stream? What did Joel start doing? What are all these people doing? They're saying that he was with a 17-year-old. So what? What do the Jews want? The age of consent to be lowered.
Exactly.
It's all a Jewish plot.
I like the way you think.
She was 15.
But she lied to him and said 17. They want to push the narrative of pedosexual. Do they not? What better way?
They want 17. So the age was 17, and everyone's now forced to say, well, even if it was true, he was only with a 17-year-old, or so he thought, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's a fucking Jewish op run by BetterHelp and Philly D himself.
With Venezuela helping behind the scenes. Facilitate things.
Wow. They probably did it in exchange for all the Nazis that are living there. All right. The Jews, they're there. Maybe they'll be at the top. All right, we'll put the Jews at the top. Then Andy Worski, Better Health, Broski's mom, and everybody else were just bad actors. Those are Mr. Medicare, you got to be up there somewhere.
Davis, if you think about it logically, the Jews also have a vendetta against Andy Worski from his days with JF.
It's true.
And you know how they never let a vendetta go. I mean, look at that list that still has the old Nazis on it.
Yeah. They love them.
It's all because Andy Worski let Joaquim on his show. All because of that. And Joaquim is a Nazi. So they want him gone. So they started BetterHelp, could make a big scene so that Andy could get popular, so that Andy could then get less popular, so that Andy could try to make an op so he would get popular again, so that he could reach out to Philly D, Philly D could reach out to Vape, so that the op could be made, so that this could become relevant, and so that BetterHelp could get the heat off of it, so they could get money from it because they invested in it, and so everything could come back to a circle, so that they would be able to defeat Joaquim and lower the age of consent.
It all comes full circle, dude. Follow the shekel. Follow the shekel in underage children.
It's true. It's true. Yeah. We usually say.
So are we all in agreement that this op was actually run against Joaquim?
Yes.
By the Jews to facilitate beating Joaquim and taking down Worski and lowering the age of consent and normalizing pedosexuality. Yes.
Okay, so we're going to move Joaquim a little over to the side. We don't think he's involved, at least not directly.
Involved. They may have been using him so that they could later down the line screw him over.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to start a new subcategory, Davis, called useful idiots.
Okay. All right, we'll put that on put that down here. Actually, we'll just change the color. We'll do that. It'll be like a map. I'll make a little key at the bottom. Put him in blue. Useful idiot blue. Langer in the YouTube chat says PewDiePie needs to get the word out. He probably won't. You know why? Because he's on the fucking list. He was involved too.
Plot twist.
Can't believe you, PewDiePie.
Everything is anime. How anime, you may ask? Well, it's simple. How did any of these communities start? Everyone had an equal love for anime, and then they started getting ass blasted, and they split to talk about other gay shit. Anime was the original thwart. Persky, Joachim, and the fucking age of consent.
Anime Mafia needs to be on there for sure.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
All right. They were definitely involved in some way. Anime Mafia.
Well, Vape runs the Anime Mafia, so obviously they were involved.
No, Queen of Bands runs Anime Mafia.
Yeah.
Yeah, they changed
We're
ownership.
under new management, dude.
Oh shit!
Gotta hang the sign out.
No one sent me the memo.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
So
we have to stay in
then,
better contact.
Space Bitch
then
says...
there's one person on this list that has been overlooked.
Oh no, who?
To be on the list.
What?
Davis does need to be on the list, yeah. You were lumped in there too.
I guess it would be biased to not put myself on the list. All right, I'll put myself on
Well,
the list.
you don't have to put yourself on the list, but if you put Queen of Bants on the list, you have to be putting yourself on the list.
You are Queen of Bants, so you have to go on there if that's the
All right,
case.
let's make that distinction very clear.
Yourself is red and Queen of Bants is blue on a technicality.
Or just have Davis and then parentheses Queen of Bants.
AKA Queen of Bants. AKA Queen of Rants. AKA...
I think Space Bitch in the YouTube chat does have a good point. We cannot leave out Big Bird. He might have a hand in this.
It seems like a distraction. I think. Fucking
No.
Space Bitch goes on the list!
Nah, look at how long Big Bird's beak is, man. A little suspicious if you ask me.
And Space Bitch is running ops right now, so put her in there too.
She knows how to do an op. Plus she says
Cool.
this thing. She gives it away, actually, above there. She says, I don't agree with everything Joachim says, but he's a passionate dude and a good friend to run ops with. Yeah,
she's using subversion, so she's go on there.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, Shiksa, you're on the list.
But wait a minute, if subversion is an in on the list, then we need to add every single woman who's ever interacted with this community on the list.
Oh my god. Thoughts in general. Thoughts are on the list. Alright, thoughts. E-thoughts and other thoughts, you're all on the list. You know, we've kind of glossed
You know
over.
who else? You know who's the queen of the thoughts and who just had heat on them. Magically, the Andy Worski stuff comes up right as the crux of their situation has been started. I think you know where I'm going with this, damn it.
I certainly do.
The hammerhead herself.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Sinead, but okay,
no,
yeah.
I was
Brittany.
about to say her name does need to go on the list. She might be looking for some righteous payback on him.
So, Brittany Venti and Sinead.
Yeah.
Got it. She was
what
just
better way
in
to
a
destroy a
show.
man who fucking displeased her rather than slander his reputation and drag him through the mud, where he will never ever have a solid reputation ever again as the lovable idiot.
Yep, you're on the list. You know, it
paid
needs to be
30 grand. She got paid 30 fucking grand.
Is that real?
What do you think, man?
Oh, 30. Oh. Yeah, fuck, that's so convenient.
And who do you think has that much money on them at one point in time? The
Venezuela.
Jews.
Oh. Yeah, I guess the Jews, those Venezuelan Jews have done it again.
Yeah.
Can't believe it.
Didn't you know that Venezuela is a Jewish ethno state?
Oh.
8. Who do we know
They've got
that
2.
is always giving out super chats to thoughts? Mike fucking Enoch.
Oh,
he's a Jew.
30K.
He's a Jew.
Wait a minute. What about
He
Halsey?
had vacations in Venezuela, and he's connected to Joaquim.
oh, there you go. Mike
There's
Enoch.
the mastermind.
Mike
Yeah,
Enoch is
list.
what connects it all together.
Yep. We'll put him.
Absolutely.
We'll put him on the center. We'll put him right underwater. Alex Jones, get out of here.
If Mike Enoch's on the list, then you have to, in the useful idiots pile, put JF by default.
That's just because he's an idiot, period.
An idiot. But at the very least, he was a friend for Andy. A place that Andy could let out all of the deepest secrets in knowledge that JF would still accept him.
All right, we'll put JF over here. A little suspect, but probably did have some.
Jens is saying to put Halsey in the list, but we already put Underwater Alex Jones, so it's all good.
Yeah, and we already put the Jews, so any Jews that we accidentally miss, we have them covered. That's why I'm not putting Thomas Ellington in there, although I probably should.
You should probably put Thomas Ellington into the useful idiots pile.
And what type of person is Ellington? It starts with the J and ends with the W. There's no mystery there.
Yep.
I got banned from Ellington's server today for telling him to take a bath.
I thought he was laughing that off.
Nope, he's banning anyone who says it to him.
Oh my gosh. Well, then we'll call him.
Are about those baths.
We'll call him Thomas Smellington, just for. No, it's too juvenile. I'm above that. All right, Thomas Ellington, you're there in blue, you useful idiot. Alex under Aqua and oh, should I put Aqua on there? Well, Aqua's in the Anime Mafia. Langer is asking.
Didn't Aqua kill itself?
I don't know. Is there more deep lore? Isn't he responsible for the lore?
Whoa, wait, Davis, have you heard the story about Aqua and the Dutch homosexual that he traded a dick pic with for a video?
Fucking Amazon short story nonsense is this?
No, I haven't heard this.
Yeah, Aqua
Tell me.
was hitting chatting up this Dutch homo guy. And he was telling this Dutch homo guy, "Hey, I really want this game on Steam." And the Dutch homosexual was like, "Hey, send me a picture of your penis." And so he sent a picture of his dick to the Dutch homo guy. And he doesn't even remember what game it was, which I thought was very weird.
It was a
whore yourself out and you don't even know the game.
We got to put the Dutch on the list.
Yes.
The Dutch?
What kind of person?
Well, I only know one Dutch person in these servers, and that's Horsey.
Oh, it's true. Horse wearing Holocaust survivor costume is or we'll just call
He's
him
powerful.
Horse.
He's the most powerful shit poster we have.
Yep.
Or they have.
It's true. We should have seen it. We should have seen it happening before. The master of the gay meme. You know
that's right. He's got all that gay porn for his, quote unquote memes.
You know who else is has to be on the list? I just figured this out, man. Fucking what's his name? Blair White. Because think about it. If Blair White was never a weird, creepy guy then Andy would have never made a video on him. And if Andy never made a video on him, he wouldn't have gotten back into popularity. And if he didn't get back into popularity, all of the other things I said wouldn't have clicked into place. Blair White is by association, a kingpin of all this.
Oh, okay. Well, good. All right.
Okay, I'll be honest. I missed out on any of this Blair White shit. Did Andy make a video on Blair White?
Yeah.
I got back.
Yeah, talk about how she's fake.
Well, that's another thing that would go against Andy Worski being involved in this op. Maybe he's just a useful idiot in this.
Because how do we know that they weren't in on it?
You say she, don't you really mean it?
Oh, I'm a feminist, so I make sure that I use the proper
Okay,
gender
so you
pronouns.
You can be as feminist as you want, all right? You can be as feminist as you want, but listen, no matter how many hot trannies there are in this world, Blair White legitimately looks like he's a barrel-chested guy who just put two flesh-colored basketball halves on his chest. Near passable.
Yeah, it's probably true. Let's see. You know who's not on the list that should be on the list? The list itself.
Yeah.
Very suspicious of this list.
What do Jews hate just as much as Nazis? The lists that the Nazis put their
scratch
names
that.
on.
The Jews don't hate lists; they love lists. They have a list of Nazi war criminals.
But they were on the list.
What about Schindler's List? They love that list.
Yeah,
saved a lot of them.
All a cover-up for their deep-seated hatred.
Put the Holocaust on the list.
Yeah, Jews don't like statistics.
Oh. Okay.
And what is the one thing that a Jew will always get most angry at you for doing? For bringing up the list of all the countries that give Israel financial aid. Okay. They all get spastic. And what is that? A fucking list.
This is really illuminating this whole op for me. I didn't realize how far-reaching it was.
It's crazy.
Hey, man, I mean, think about it, right? If there's no evidence, all of this, then that means it has to be super true because we're not adults who can click pieces together. We're children who have to have things laid out right in front of our faces. Yeah. So obviously, if there isn't solid, complete proof of Andy specifically being recorded typing to this girl, then obviously it didn't happen. And if it didn't happen, it obviously has to be an op. And it can't just be a small op because the fucking anime mafia is involved. If the anime mafia is involved, the op has to be at least over 50% of most ops.
I'm putting Instagram and Snapchat on the list because obviously they're in on it.
Created by the Jews.
So true.
Being legitimate for a minute, though, this is the fucking stupidest shit I've ever seen.
It is pretty stupid.
Brilliant.
Fucking lengths people will go just to keep their sugar daddies around is fucking palpable. Like, holy shit, dude.
Hey, you got a point, man. Fucking nuts.
All right. Put Night Beast on there too. Richard Murdoch does have a point. Just because we think that we're not involved, we might be useful idiots.
Well, I'm definitely involved. I've always been a.
Well, obviously we're involved. You're involved, Davis. You're the one who broke the story.
Yeah, it's true. The story was the op.
You have to remember, why was BYBS told to be a doxing group? Because Leo Pirate's chat had doxes in it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Out of all the live streams he's had. So obviously, whenever you have in your stream is completely 100% created from you. Which means if you hosted this, you're the one who curated it, which means you are either a Jew or a thought.
Or a god-hating communist scumbag.
No matter where you come down on this, Leo Pirate's on that list. It's making me angry just thinking about it.
What do Jews love more than anything else?
Foreskins.
BBWs. Leo Pirate love? BBWs. It all comes together. Who hasn't been streaming? Who hasn't been joining BYB or BYR lately? Leo Pirate.
Oh my God.
It's all a fucking cover up.
You know what a lot of these people have in common? Skeptics. Skeptics should definitely be on there.
Is Sargon on the list?
He should be.
Why is Sargon not on the list? God, thank you.
On the list, then V automatically has to be in blue.
And Mundane Matt.
Oh no.
So he has to be in like a blue, red, purple, I suppose.
D over here and a lot of people on this list. I guess we'll make it a little purple.
Else, Bo.
I'm not putting Bo's name on here.
He's been missing
because he likes Venezuela. He said it. He said it before.
Bo's been offline for like 4 days, like the day before this broke, and now he's been offline since then. It's awfully suspicious.
It's not suspicious that he's involved in the op. He's probably dead.
Mossad got him.
Wouldn't put it past him.
No, he's actually in the other's Discord right now.
Don't ruin the theme.
Gotta ask him what the fuck he's been, to be honest.
Did I put Yentas on the list, guys?
Yeah, Yentas, they have a hand in it.
Can't see if I put him on there or not. I know I was going
they probably bribed some man with nipple pictures to get him to do something.
Yep.
You're forgetting Geek Thulu.
Oh, you're right. Why did I forget him?
What about 4chan?
No,
4chan.
This is over 4chan's head. This is 8chan material, boys.
Geek Thulu, you're on the list, you dirty dog. Should have known better.
Who else is on this? Who needs to be on this list? The owner of Kiwi Farms. Because think about it. He didn't want Jim. He didn't want Jim to be doxxed. What happened immediately after Jim's doxing? The Worski shit. Bada bing, we got ourselves a motive.
Space Bitch says Lynch Geek. Alright. We'll do it. We'll lynch most of these people on the list. Probably not myself. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Autistic enough yet? Not autistic enough. We haven't even done the deep dive.
We've just gotten started, lady.
Yeah, we haven't even
still on the first layer.
We haven't even named these people's families.
And put up addresses and plan to murder them.
Yeah, the next part of this whole thing is finding all these people and getting some sort of payback. Because I'm angry.
How do we get payback on the nation of Israel? Because
send them lots and lots of Domino's pizza.
There you go. We'll get their address, the address of Israel, and send them some pizzas.
Yeah, we SWAT everyone in Israel. We say there's some Hamas members in a house that want to kill the Jews, or a Nazi in a house that wants to kill Jews, and next thing you know, IDF fucking bursts through the door.
It's a hell of an up.
Hi, Mossad. This is my euphemism for bombs, but Don't worry, I'm not involved. These guys are though.
No, but you know what we can do? We can have Sargon talk to Trump with his cell phone that connects directly.
But wait a
to
minute,
Trump.
think about this. What did Sargon wanted to do? Sargon wanted Donald Trump to retweet Gamergate. What if all of this created instead of the Jews, but instead by Sargon, so that we can get Donald Trump to pull a fucking what's his fucking name? Ronald Reagan, and go into Israel and have Mr. Gorbachev's dead corpse standing on the wall as he declares that it must be torn down.
Are you drunk or retarded?
Well, this is all part of
makes
his
sense.
plan, though. This is part of the 20-year plan.
Okay, right, all right.
Makes sense to me.
Okay. Maybe my IQ is just not high enough. I'm not on a level.
You're doing in this chat if you aren't 220 or over.
I thought I had a high IQ, but I'm just obviously fucking dwarfed.
Tell you who I
Crippling
found.
of autism here.
Found this guy in my room, this little girl in my room, this Scrattles dog. I think you belong on the list. You dirty
It's a
dog.
possibility. We can't rule anything out yet.
She's too close. She knows all my secrets.
Sense. What does Scrattles hate more than anything? Joaquim. What is this hole done for? To take down Joaquim.
Well,
Scrattles.
Scrattles always says that Joaquim is a bit of a scrattler. So
he is a bit of a scrattler.
Yeah, obviously your dog would say that. That's because Joaquim's going to save the white race, not the dog race.
It's true. Scrattles trying to take down Joaquim. Oh no! If this ends up with Joaquim putting Scrattle's name on his balls, I'm gonna feel really, really bad.
Where's Fake Ross in all this?
I have him down there. I don't know what his what his mission was.
It's yet to be decided.
But he's definitely involved.
He's pissing on his decimation of IBS. He's gonna piss on the grave after he destroyed IBS.
Yeah, we probably.
The alt-right definitely needs to be on there.
Who?
The alt-right.
Oh, the alt-right. They're all involved.
Yeah, Richard Spencer.
Well, we already have Mike Enoch, the obvious king of the alt-right, on there, so I think that encompasses
Enoch
it.
hang out with? Richard Spencer.
Richard Spencer's trying to take down Joaquin. Oh, you know what? I don't. I heard that before.
Put Destiny on there, because I mean, look, if there's a Machiavellian plan, it's Destiny somewhere involved.
We already have Destiny on the list.
Yes, and you know why? I just realized why Richard Spencer would want to take down Joaquim.
He's
afraid Joaquim will take his crown?
Position.
Spencer, his third most used emoji is the knife emoji.
Oh, there you go.
Joaquim want banned from all iPhones. The knife emoji.
Wait, does he think that Richard Spencer is actually threatening him?
No, Richard Spencer thinks that Joaquim is some young and upcoming star that might dethrone him as king of the alt-right. That's only speculation, not been confirmed yet.
Kind of right, because you need a lot of Jews on your side to be king of the alt-right, and has a lot more on his side than Richard Spencer does.
It's probably true. It's all true. I'm not going to have any room to connect all the arrows. But
And one of those the one that guy made on Bloodsports with all the fucking lines going through each other.
It's pretty good. I don't know. Space Bitch says this picture is starting to look like a gaping butthole. That's not good. To use some design.
Fake underwater Alex Jones.
Put him in the center, back in the center again. We're getting to the bottom of it. Slowly but surely. Jews at the top. Andy Worski on this side. Better health. Everything to gain. Broski's mom. Alright. I'm starting to think Broski's mom isn't that involved. She's somewhere in the mix.
No, because Broski's mom is in with, and Halsey is in with Mike Enoch.
Okay,
Who's
Mike
in with
Enoch.
the Jews?
Davis, will you do me a favor? Will you put Broski's PC on there?
Yeah, definitely. needs to go
Broski's
on there.
gaming PC. I think it's in.
Processed the op.
Yeah, exactly.
Or his neck cancer.
Broski's cancer PC.
About it. Why did this whole thing start? Why did any of this turn into anything? Because everyone was talking about Broski's fake ass scar. So if no one was talking about Broski's fake ass scar, then Optic wouldn't have gotten in with it, gotten it on with fucking Cog. And then if that didn't happen, Cog wouldn't have gone to Andy. And if Cog didn't go to Andy, Geek wouldn't have gone to Andy. And if Geek didn't go to Andy, then the show wouldn't have been a thing where they all decided to take down Blair Wright.
Also, you gotta remember the depth of this supreme op. So I don't think people have mentioned it yet, but I think Donald Trump should also be on there. You know, this thing goes to the very top, guys.
Yeah, because
no, because
don't you think?
Then
Didn't JF get caught for something
and Mike
similar
Pence
to
would
this?
have to be red.
Wasn't
revenge from
JF
JF?
Misses like kidnapped from America or something like that?
Oh yeah,
Something like that, right? Do you think that maybe Andy Worski's been smuggling chicks for JF to breed?
So is JF the ringleader?
Yeah, it's like a cabal, a
Puppet
Canadian
all
cabal.
along?
how involved is Donald Trump on this, or is he just a useful? I hate to
Has
say
to be
useful.
blue, because if Donald Trump's on the list, then Mike Pence has to be red, and Donald Trump has to be blue.
I'm not putting
Yes,
Pence
Pence
on
is
the
a
list.
much smarter man than Donald.
Well, as you guys all know, Spectre regularly meets with Trump at the
and
Pentagon.
General Mattis
Oh,
and Dunn.
Spectre's going on there. You're right.
Yes.
Fucking Magdog
so the
Mattis
connection.
needs to be on the list.
Spectre's obviously on the list. I've seen him so many times in Andy's server in this last week. He's they're running those ops, man.
Yeah.
Or is just a bot, isn't he?
Well, Spectre escalated this op to the president and the general at the Pentagon. So it's an important series of events for sure.
Okay, Spectre connects Donald Trump. Well, wait. Who talked to Don? Was it Sargon or Spectre who talked to Donald Trump?
Both of them.
Both. Okay.
Why Sargon was able to talk to Donald Trump was because Spectre threw him a bone.
Right. Sargon couldn't do it himself. It's probably how he got the number.
You gotta put Gorbachev's rotten corpse on the list. Because the grand scheme, to counter the scheme, this op was created in the first place, was to tear down the Israeli wall.
I think you're being ridiculous. I'm trying to take this seriously here.
I mean, is that the West Wall?
No.
What are we talking about?
Want me to add all these ridiculous things in here? We're not going to get to the bottom of it.
Are you suggesting that if people keep adding things to the op and keep adding possibilities and keep talking about how the op was this and how the op was that and pulling out a different excuse every day, that somehow all of this will be diluted and then no one will care anymore? No, that's impossible, Davis.
You think that this guy sounds like he's trying to obfuscate? Fucking hell, are you in on this as well?
I think he is. Fucking dirty dog. Put you on a goddamn list. If I wanted to write freshly bleached asshole, which I don't.
Well, here's the deal. If you want to, you can write freshly beached asshole. It both works in both ways.
Teen so sad. Welcome to the stream, Palladian Advocate. I also see you there. Welcome. Palladian Advocate asks, I just got here. What did I miss? We're trying to dissect the Warski out. Yeah, we're doing Warski again. But this time we're taking it seriously. We're taking it seriously because I'm mad. I want to know what's behind this op. So we're putting the list.
It's no joke either. He's the most maddest I've ever seen him.
I'm angry. I've been angry for quite some time. Teen so sad. Welcome. Put drugs on the list. Okay.
Put cocaine on the list. I think cocaine's more. It's more relevant to this particular op since Sandy is so fond of it publicly.
Yeah. Oh, and see, this is a big rumor that I'm really upset has been perpetuated. Andy is not a cokehead. Okay? Everyone says he's a cokehead. He's not a cokehead, okay? Coke is not something that a good guy like Andy would ever do. He's a meth head.
Yeah.
Davis, are you watching Discord chat?
Oh, briefly, what's going on? What? This what? Oh, I missed something.
Apparently, literally Hotler.
Literally Hotler? Is it on it?
It's full op, 100%.
God damn it. Not you. The more names I put on here, the madder I get. Because you could have told me. You could have told me this was not literally Hotler.
That, everyone thought this was just, Andy is a creepy fucking guy who's systematically shown that he's just a weirdo. That's what everyone thought, but it turns out that this is a grand scheme with the goal of killing Joachim and tearing down the Israeli wall.
Can't believe it. Can't believe it goes this deep.
Is the beast, the man himself, Satan on the list? I see you have Jesus Christ.
You have the Jews on the list. It's okay.
I will say, if Jesus Christ is involved in this ultimate op, I would have to think that Satan is aware. Yep. So I think he should be involved as well.
Yeah.
Literally, Hotler says they brought down IBS. Literally, Hotler and Capistan.
Oh no.
I unironically, I really did. Unironically.
Dark Lord Satan, obviously involved.
Buddha. Because if Buddha wasn't around, then,
Yeah, you think he's involved? I don't know. I don't know how he could be involved. Kimonito God says Baked Alaska is probably involved. Yeah, you're probably right. He's been very, very quiet. Probably.
High on Donald Trump to be involved.
Probably involved in this somehow. I don't know. I think we're just making a list. Bunch of names. To be honest, I don't know if anyone's taking this seriously.
Are you saying you're not taking this serious, Davis?
I'm trying to. It was making sense for a while, but
it's almost like every single time something credible pops up with one of these people, someone that's connected to. Now, this is just a theory, right? This is baseless. It's very convenient to steal a word from Godot. This so happens to all. Whenever anything credible comes out against any of these people, they all systematically subvert it and turn it into this huge thing and turn it into a very complex and complicated series of events that totally seem unfeasible and make it so bad and hard to understand either way that people get bored and just drop it.
This is probably unrelated, but when you were saying that, a fresh name came to mind. That was Booberly. I think she's involved.
I think she's involved as well.
But of course, it's
He's
unrelated to
involved,
anything that you
and
were saying.
T-Clips is involved.
Wow, one and the same. Palladian Advocate, a shameless degenerate like Worski trying to obfuscate his shitty behavior? That can't be possible. A lovable loser like Worski would never do that. You make a good point. That's why we have him in blue. He was just a useful. I don't like the term useful idiot, but we know what it means. We say that with love. The op was just against Joaquin. Mr. Worski, you can unblock me from Twitter. We figured it out. Let me in your Discord. I have news. I have all the news for you. You have been exonerated, sir. Now we'll just take this to... see, we can't even take it to Instagram and Snapchat because they're in on it. I'm afraid he's fucked on that score. These allegations might follow him into his grave. It's an op like this, intricately designed by a lot of geniuses here. I'm looking at the list as I pore over it. There's also a lot of people that we talked about Fake Ross earlier. I don't know where he fits in on this.
Well, if Fake Ross is involved, then Kraut is involved in some way, shape, or form.
Okay. Maybe he was just hanging out in the background.
Maybe Kraut was pissed off at Andy. Doesn't have a penis that's split in half.
Forgot all about that.
I believe I was absent when this particular one came up, but can someone explain to me what the horse connection is?
Just a faggot. He's just a faggot who posts gay gore pics. That automatically makes him viable for the list.
I think there was a Dutch angle that had to do with Aqua, and I don't know. But...
Like, if you keep confusing the story, we'll get tired of it and then just sweep it under the rug.
Yeah, that's a good point. I am already tired of it. I don't know, guys. I don't know, chat. I thought we were going to get to the bottom of it, but this thing looks way, way too fucking complicated. And it looks like I'm involved in it, so...
You'd fallen down another rabbit hole, Davis.
Yeah, it's beyond my pay grade. I'm not a... I don't know. You guys can tell me. I don't think that I'm a dummy, but I'll tell you this. I'm not some super genius who could look at a list like this and try to dissect it.
Hey, Davis, you know what? You're a good guy. I think you're somewhere around 97.
Oh, all right, thanks. Appreciate that. Oh, wait, you're talking about IQ? Oh my god. Thought he was like 97 out of 100. But...
You can say that too, man.
Alright. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know anything about nothing.
That's why the Dutch are involved, because Aqua traded dick pics with a Dutch homo, and Horse is a Dutch homo.
Kieran Halcyon in the chat trying to see if he can put Niger out there again. Did they fix it?
I would imagine they haven't.
Looks like it's still there. We'll wait. Just for a bit. Literally, Hotler. putting something out in the Discord channel. What's this?
Wait, has anyone fallen down during the process of this op?
What do you mean? Fallen down?
Fallen in general, like tripped or stumbled or anything like that.
Or you think that gravity is involved?
I may say that in some way Hillary Clinton is involved.
Oh my god. I don't know.
Clinton's involved, then the FBI would be involved. And if the FBI is involved, then that means Nazis.
That's
Nazis
me, Dave.
are involved.
This is where it all began, literally.
Let's see.
And got jealous of Andy Worski, and she started a giant op against him.
Who's
That's me.
What am I looking
I made
at?
what started all this whole fucking shit is I fucking made a joke that said, let's raid the cow board. And that's what literally kicked all this off.
Oh my god. Well, there you go.
So the cow board has to be on this list.
Guess so.
So I inadvertently am what kicked off this whole fucking 8-month situation.
Congratulations.
Are you trying to be
And
an
if cow is involved,
You get at the top of
It
the
does
list.
sound like this fag is trying to be an E-Slub.
Yeah, Hotler, I don't know, man. We may have to gas you for that.
I should be gassed for that.
you weren't the first person to bring up cow. The first person to bring up cow was some faggot with 2 followers on Twitter, and then Medicare retweeted it.
No, it was all during that fucking stream with Geek Thulu on the Kumite.
I'm saying before that.
I know that. I'm saying, but what got all of this shit started was that fucking screenshot right there.
It is a good point. All right. What I'm going to do, I'm going to isolate some of these guys because Palladian Advocate makes a good point. He says, in all seriousness, the idea that Tonka, Kraut, and Anal Vape literally didn't do nothing this time around is pretty hilarious. Wait, you're saying that they did do an op? Is that your
Here's the point, though.
contention?
Here's a question. Here's a question. Let's say that this was all a big fucking op. Why does that immediately invalidate the claim?
Validate what claim?
Because if I was, like, put yourself in the mind of someone, you have to think of who these people are. Ignored. They will think about you for months, years even. Even so much as see a remnant of some kind of evidence like they did with Andy, then wouldn't they make a giant op around it?
Maybe. Who knows? We may never get to the bottom of it. Or maybe we can get to the bottom of it tonight.
Fucking bear.
Because I'm going to isolate the original 5 names. Looks like I have 4 names here. Who am I missing? Tonkasaw, Kraut, Zoom, Anal Vape, and oh yeah, Sarah needs to be involved in this. I can find her here.
Wow. I guess they're not patrolling the chat today.
Yeah, I guess they.
Well, because Niger's still there, and then Codex Machina put up nigger kike faggot test. So, Hotler says it's their day off. That actually makes a lot of sense.
He goes around though. Whenever you start streaming Davis, he all of a sudden turns green.
Huh? What are you talking about?
You start streaming, Geek turns green from yellow.
All right. We're gonna take this seriously as an op. I want to know, out of these 5 people, who do you think came first? Who said we're going to do an op against Andy Worski? Just taking it seriously.
Why would you take it seriously?
Why would you take anything Andy related seriously?
Yeah, that's probably a good point.
Yeah. I don't.
Timonito God says, Davis, you have officially joined the League of Internet Batman. Yeah, I'm the detective. Listen, guys, I'm a new detective.
No, Davis, don't do that.
No,
Don't
I'm a
become the
detective.
Guardian.
I'm
Don't become
like
the
Guardian
Guardian.
and Thomas
No,
Ellington Inspector
Davis,
now.
Oh God.
I want to speculate on things.
Disavowed.
Wildly.
Disavowed.
Come on, guys. Are there any streams going on so I can be on them? Can I pay pig so I can be on streams and talk about things I don't know? Come on, guys.
Hey, whoa, calm
I
down
got to
there.
the bottom of it. I got to the bottom of it, guys. I got new information. I talked to
bare hands. We need to guess, Davis.
No, guys, don't you want to hear about my information? I got information, guys. Reverting into a child.
Started the op.
Palladian Advocate says Sarah first, Zoom last. You think Sarah is the mastermind?
Just based off of like taking this with any modicum of, I would think it would be somewhere between Zoom and probably Anal Vape. The only reason for that is because both of them were on his show, and both of them are the type of people who would get ass blasted over him blocking them.
I don't think Zoom would. I don't think Zoom would, honestly.
No, Zoom would not.
I'm not saying Zoom would. I'm just saying that it's a possibility that Zoom would mention it as an offhand thing, and someone else would pick it up.
Maybe. I would just. Zoom is the kind of guy who I wouldn't see running an op on someone. I'd see him trying to dig into them and find something that would actually fuck them up.
Yeah, I know.
That's not something that can be disregarded when you say op, though. A lot of people think op means fake shit. It just means it's an internet operation. It just means that you're doing something in a cheeky way.
So
about it.
So we don't need we don't need Zoom here. Is that what you're saying? We'll decrease the opacity in the Zoom because we're not sure.
I'm saying that as far as the op, like you're thinking about it like a normal person. Like, we need to put ourselves in the minds of people that watch the kill stream. So, like, it immediately means it's fake, and then it immediately means that, like, you know, it's just something gay from Discord. I don't know.
Yeah.
Gay Discord.
Okay. Well, if you say gay Discord, then Tonka Saw immediately comes to mind.
It's funny. It's a gay Discord up where the people host their show every day from Discord.
Yeah, I wonder how Ralph thinks about that every time that Matt is on the show and he calls it gay. Doesn't he know you can do an op from anywhere?
They also have a fucking list of people they don't like. So
it's true.
But their idea, if you want to lay it out, like, their idea is that, dude, I don't even fucking know. I guess that
it's hard to think of something so stupid, isn't it?
I know, dude. I really can't tell you because, like, Zoom wasn't in the stream, so, like, and he didn't say anything about it until, like, a day later once everyone found out, because he was in the kill stream chat, I think, like, talking to people. Only, like, op that could have been had, like, realistically is with Anal Vape and Sarah. Like, if you really think about it, that's the only like conclusion, because everything else is that Vape.
Now, think about this too.
Sarah,
you guys can call me dumb. You guys can call me dumb if you want to, but I mean, am I wrong in saying that Andy Worski wouldn't in some way benefit from. I mean, he has. He's been getting traction. He's been getting on other people's streams. Right when he was declining, he got right back up with this. He does have a serious...
Are you trying to say that Andy Worski has tried to learn a lesson from anal vape and decided to get attention by pretending to be a pedophile?
I'm saying is that he's done it before with failure. He's done it several times where he has slandered himself in some kind of way.
Different, man.
No, because I've run.
This is totally different.
Yeah,
it's comedic effect. Yes, it is. It's 100% different.
I've run
he gave
ops.
himself a safety net.
I've
he
run
even gave himself a safety net.
I've run ops with just that one op with the Queen of Bants with Andy Worski. He would have let me know if this was a big thing, so I could have handled it.
No, Davis is playing the E-Celeb card again. God damn it, Davis.
Did you think you were his right-hand man, Davis?
I think maybe I'm involved in this op.
Yeah, when you put your name at the top next to Andy.
Yeah, no, there's absolutely no way that Andy Worski would be involved in this. Because you see how unhinged he was at this whole thing on the kill stream.
He's in a state of unhinge.
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't forget he's an amazing actor.
He wouldn't have deleted his accounts if it was like for comedic effect. People don't just like after being on Instagram for years, and Snapchat, like they usually don't delete their accounts.
Andy Worski single-handedly got thousands of dollars per stream away from him because he was too stupid to handle what was in front of him. Incredibly possible that he would do anything he could take from falling back into the obscurity that he fell into.
By doing this. Didn't help him with his numbers today, I'll tell you that. But that's just because...
Welcome back, Matt.
I don't know. I think this is this is just ridiculous. As ridiculous as the whole op thing goes, that's
we can
even more
keep
ridiculous.
Talking about this. We can keep pulling shit out of our ass. We can keep trying to figure out how the op works, we could simply say that Andy was sexting with some 17-year-old because he's a creep and 16 is the legal age in Canada, and he was just being a creep.
Yeah,
and then someone caught him, and then they leaked it because they're an idiot and they can't plan shit out. And then it just evolved into this. Wow, all of a sudden everything seems so clear. It's almost like one of these things is incredibly obvious and simple, and the other thing is almost incomparable.
Yeah.
Or Andy leaked it himself.
Or he leaked it himself.
I see your...
I mean, no.
Taking all the wind out of my sails.
Even bad press in a situation like Andy was in, even bad press is good press because it still brings the spotlight back onto you and it gives you a chance to boost your own narrative again. So
that's what I'm saying.
I got it. I figured it out.
Oh my god!
This is a plot from Feinstein. They used this after the Kavanaugh hearings with the midterms.
No, get out.
2 weeks away.
Wait, hold on.
To make a sexual assault case on YouTube.
He may be
to get votes for the Democrats.
But he's Canadian.
Boom. He's got a point.
Here's the deal. What was just happening? The BetterHelp scandal. What did the Worski drama stop? Scandal. What was BetterHelp doing? Aiding Big Pharma with pills by advertising them on the internet with CVS, who are now partnered with BetterHelp. It was all Big Pharma.
I'm going to stop you right there. See, the Andy Worski drama didn't extend very far beyond this immediate circle of bullshit. So
yeah.
You're wrong.
Yeah, but this immediate circle was the only circle invested in it. The other circles weren't invested in it.
There, I said it.
I don't know, Hallycat. I think you need to put your thinking cap on. Big Pharma, midterm elections, Dianne Feinstein, Democrats,
and Andy Worski, the Canadian nobody.
Almonds
genius.
I don't know. I think we've done it. We've done it. Now we have
Davis,
to come.
Your corner of the internet is the only corner that matters.
We have to
Davis,
come.
repeat after me. We did it, Reddit. Say it.
We did it, Reddit. We have to now come to the harsh realization that this stream has nothing more to talk about. We've
All right, night. Before I go to Goyam's server now.
All right. I'll see you there. Put my hangdog head in my lap. Just fucking cry for the rest of the night. It was fun while it lasted, guys. But we've exhausted it.
We can all admit that regardless of whether this was an op or not, Andy is still a big creep.
Yep.
Well, yeah, he's Canadian.
I take offense to that, sir.
That's perfectly fine.
Of course you do. You're Canadian.
I think I'm just going to go out my way and say Andy Worski is a bit of a silly Billy. I know you guys don't want to hear that from me, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Appalled, Davis.
Yep.
All right. I want to know everyone's opinion since we have exhausted this. So with the whole like Medicare thing, you see like people on Kiwi farms, like a lot of New Year's ears and like other boards, like crying basically that this happened. Like, how could Josh do this? How could Kiwi Farms do this? Like, Josh just runs a site.
Yeah.
And people post to a forum.
Yeah.
And I think it speaks volumes as far as like the type of people that are like watching the show now and like the type of audience that everyone's like kind of accumulated, that they're making these like drastic, like you people on streams are saying, yeah, people said he was that 80-year-old guy. He's the 80-year-old billionaire or whatever. It's like, I don't know, man.
Well, I think
this is like some of like the dumbest shit.
I think Jim said it best himself. Once a channel becomes monetized, people aren't watching something that they enjoy. They're investing in a product. And once people invest in a product, they have an attachment to the product. And once they have an attachment to the product, they can't just, when something looks weird, when something's dumb, when something's, just, when Jim got doxxed, a bunch of people lost their investment in the guy who could never be doxxed. The man who ran the world. Ultimately, everyone has a problem. Their illusion was shattered. And like a lot like babies, which these people are, crying when their illusions are shattered.
I think that's a pretty good summation. I mean, when there were people like in all caps lock, just I'm sure they are right now too. I don't know. I haven't watched the stream today that's going on. Josh is on there though, I saw. But people are just like, I mean, all caps lock, just crying in text, and then you go on boards and like just paragraphs and paragraphs, like they think they're so cool because they could just put up anyone's dogs, and it's just like, yeah, like what did you think?
Yeah.
The hypocrisy and everything, it's just hilarious. I mean, what do you think he's going to do? Protect somebody? That's not what the site's about.
Yeah, it was all fine and good when it's someone you hate, but it's when someone you
worship.
Love. Yeah,
I think it was obvious, like from the Tonka side. You can see it in these people. Like, I think we can all agree that Tonka saw in his prime, like 80% of his audience were gym fags, right? Can that be agreed?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's fair.
So if you take that, look at how Tonka and his audience all reacted to even the word docs. Look what happened when Geek threw out the word docs. The concept, the slightest figment of possibility that a docs was thrown somewhere got all of them spurging out for months, weeks, long periods of time. All these people are normies, right? Who don't understand internet culture, who don't understand the third rule, right? So their big guy getting doxxed. It's like, what? You can't do that. You can only dox people if they're pedophiles. It just goes out with the bathwater.
One of my favorite counter arguments from a lot of these people is that he was fighting the holy war against the zoophiles. He was taking down the furries, and you had to ruin it, Josh. You ruined.
Yeah, the guy who refused. The guy who was refusing to release the names of guys who were cutting off dogs' heads and fucking them. Yeah, that's a real nice holy crusade, Jim. Real nice going there. I'm real happy that you had the courage to read off Kiwi Farm threads and literally give no names or addresses. Great job.
Yeah. Well, I will back him up here. I mean, I think the fans are dumb, but I will say this. Nothing would have ever been brought up as far as, not to jump back to a dead subject now, the Andy situation, if it wasn't for him. I mean, he was the only... They were going to keep that shit as hush as possible, and he just brought it up, which is hilarious. And you know, it's nice to have at least, like, even if it's like not as much as I know a lot of people would like for people to actually look at things, at least like he's bringing it up. I mean, that's better than the rest of them are doing, because they're all just trying to preserve what they have, you know.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, but what has it changed? No one cares anymore. No one's talking about it anymore. Jim stopped talking about it. The people at Furfinity are still blocking any information that's going out about these people. The community is still plagued with elites who are all doing this nasty shit. What is Jim doing? All he's doing is laughing at these people. And they think it's some kind of moral arbiter because they don't know how the internet works. None of them went to do anything about the furries, and all of them went back to watching YMS because half of them are probably subscribed to them.
I'm sure the authorities are involved on,
I don't know. Yeah,
on people.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, he never claimed to do anything else besides watch them or whatever, or make a video. So that's fine. I mean, the people, his audience.
No, on Twitter he said he was going. On Twitter he said he was going to war with them. So.
And what has his war done? Yeah, and what has his war done? Oh, people are laughing at furries. Wow, amazing.
Davis, Palladian Advocate is asking to be let into the Discord live chat, but he needs to actually get into a Sally house first before you can do that, I guess.
Are you on the in the Discord, Palladian Advocate? Let me give you a link.
Yeah, he's here. He just needs to get into one of the voice chats so you can drag him in.
Okay, I don't see him in the general. I'd give him a role. Oh, there he is. Okay. Trying to drag you here. There you go. Give you a role so you can do it.
One final point on the whole Jim thing. You know, this is just a sentence I'm going to put out, but look at how Jim treats doxes. Jim knows his audience, and he treats doxes as a holy thing that should never be put out on stream. Obviously, he knows that his audience was completely averse to it. Obvious that they were all going to react this way.
I mean, he doesn't moderate his chat though or anything. I mean, I you know, he's got 500,000 subscribers. I don't fault him too much for just not like naming off people from threads that everyone can go to, and he's talking about the subject. I don't know.
Why is that he cares? And as Jim says, he doesn't care.
But if he starts doing that, I mean, I don't know. Can you flag people for that? Or like, can people be, can you, I don't know.
They flag people for that, but as Jim has said, he doesn't care.
I don't know. I think there's a lot of stuff you can fault people over, but like I said, the fact that the chat isn't like nuked because I mean, anyone he's talking about, if you look at the chat, I mean, everyone knows what's going on. People just spam shit. So, I don't know.
Do you actually assume that he would actually look at his chat that's not super chats though?
Yeah, I mean, for a while there,
Jim has long stated that he doesn't care what anyone else says or thinks. He is going to do what he wants and anything that will derive amusement, and that's it.
Another thing, give him points for, and he's done this with everyone. Like when Dio had issues, he asked to talk to him, and he actually took it really easy on Dio before he started speaking out. But prior to that, once again. And I think he does. I mean, he said he does. But he was the only guy that show, like when they had the metacast with everything. Like he's the only guy that did that. He's the only guy that was like interested in doing that whatsoever. And people said that he was shielding for a long time, and like that stream might have had something to do with that. But he was the only one that gave everyone like a platform to air their grievances, which is more than any of the other people would have done.
Let me just say this. Stupid, right? He knows what's going to make money, and he knows when a trend is going to die. It's in its throes of death. And a very large chunk of the reason why he even so much has entertained the thought of doing that was because you gotta cash your stock in before it drops.
To be honest with you, I don't even think super chats were enabled during that stream.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, he didn't start doing the super chats until
later.
Yeah.
What stream are you talking about?
It wasn't enabled, but the IBS Apocalypse stream.
Yeah, no, I don't think that was enabled yet.
Yep.
And if you get that out there, you at least put a bit of effort in there, cashing it in. And again, when I say cash it in, maybe that's a wrong phrase. What I mean is just whatever a different phrase for it is, where you get back something for what you put in.
I don't think so either, though, because at that time the Kumite was still pulling in like 2,500 people around that. He said he had some disagreements.
So around that time, they were breaking 900, 800.
That took a while. I don't know, man, because it went on for quite a while afterwards. But even so, like it didn't have to be done, and they got everyone on there. I don't know why they did. They don't even know why they went on there, but it was everyone. Everyone was fair game. So, like I said, I there are criticisms you can aim, but.
I think personally for the whole blood sports, I think everyone needs to have their own little big venting session. A shit will go away.
I think most people are
yeah, I don't care.
Besides what just happened, no one really gives a fuck anymore. That's the thing that's so strange about
Oh, if you talk to Tonka, or you talk to the BYR guys, or you talk to any of these people who are involved in blood sports, they all fucking got some pent
the hosts do. The hosts, dude, they like eat each other alive as soon as the people start fucking with them.
They all need to have a nice event.
The thing is, blood sports isn't even really a thing anymore. All these shows, fucking Donga's show, Ralph's show, it's not blood sports anymore. It's their own thing. It's just
because they know that if they start doing that again, they're just going to get at each other's throats. They can't do it anymore because now they all have too much dirt on each other. And if they got into it, they would fuck each other over.
They still have blood sports. It's just not it's not centered around that. They have like a variety show essentially. But if someone wants to come on and they have grievances, they'll let them do it. They might block some. They even had fucking Zoom on the other night. Like, I don't know, man.
Zoom on?
The kill stream did. They had Zoom on to talk about Andy's stuff, which was, it's just another one of those things. But they at least like had somebody on. So I don't know. There's levels to this thing as far as like who's shitty about censoring and stuff like that. And I do think they've attempted to like not, the hosts haven't like taken really an action on it, and they've kind of like led their fans to think it's a gay op, but they have at least like talked about it. At least after Jim brought it up.
Would you say that
know
there's
what
layers?
the hosts are thinking by what their minions do. Look at the small people like Optic Decay and Killing Joke and a few other people like that. Look at the people who are just directly under them, and you'll see what the big fish per se are thinking. And it's all, they're getting this mentality in with their little hug boxes. Keep everything inward. Keep all the drama on the DMs. Keep everything as far as contained as it can be. That there's so much wound up pressure right now.
I don't know. I don't agree. You had the broski thing that happened, and that like did the cog thing in. You had the King of Bands thing that happened, which Joaquin was like arguing with Tonka about. I mean, stuff like leaks out. I'm sure there is like some stuff that they know that other people don't, but I'm just saying. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, if people leave them alone, like this thing that just happened, that was different, but leaving them alone has proved like the best thing, because there's not a cabal where they're all, I mean, some of them are trying to preserve themselves, but there's so many of them that, you know, they wind up fighting all the time. So
the fact of the matter is that if everyone just left them alone for a month, they would all cannibalize each other. Mistake is interacting with it.
But people don't, it's not really, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean by like leaving them alone. I don't know what that.
I'll just left them alone to fester. Like, I mean everyone. If everyone just stopped talking about them, everyone stopped inviting people on their own shows, everyone kept to themselves, they would all start falling into obscurity, and imagine the depraved shit they would do then.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If everybody stopped watching them, they would go away. But that's,
yeah,
that's a bit of a tautology there.
I want it to happen because I want to see how low they would go when they all hit like 200. I would want, well, I guess Kumite has already hit there, but like if they hit like 50 or so, I want to see how low they could possibly go. Yeah, Limbo, motherfucker.
I don't know. I don't have like, there's particular people that you can have issue with, but I don't like hate any of the people. I really don't care if their streams do well or bad, besides like Donga and Joaquin, you know, and even if they do now, I really don't give a shit. Like a lot of that stuff ended and people stopped paying attention to them, and that's when all that other stuff happens. So it's kind of already taken place. So
I don't really care about any of that. What I care about is just kind of the deconstruction of it all. I find it very interesting. It's kind of like a self-study that I like doing, just watching over all this shit and all the ops they pull. It's kind of like your own little mouse utopia where you can see what happens when gay people mingle.
Yeah, I guess for sure some of it's interesting in a, I don't know, sociological aspect. But I don't know. I rarely watch any of these shows anyway, unless I'm been directly affected by it. Hello?
Yes. Okay. So I'm sorry about that. I was using my laptop before, but I have a shitty laptop, and
oh my god.
So right now I'm just phone posting at the moment.
All right. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. I just wanted to know, at least get your opinion on this. What's really special about Medicare in the first place? Because I tried to watch his videos before, and I find it very mundane and not very entertaining. And I don't see what everybody sees in Mr. Medicare.
Did you watch his older video on? And I've linked this a lot too, because I think for talking about his videos getting worse, and I mean I do think that's true. I still like. I mean, they're okay, but some of his older. Have you seen the one about the guy that believed in like the ghost transsexuals that shot up?
That's not really old. That's pretty recent.
It's like a year ago, I think.
I mean, I've mainly seen the more famous ones like Otherkin and We Was Kings.
Oh no, that's old shit. Back when he was like fucking internet aristocrat, and those aren't very good.
Yeah, and I've tried to watch some of his newer stuff. Like I do remember watching a video about this woman in college who was just going crazy, and I had this feeling in myself where I just felt like I didn't give a shit about what Peter was saying.
Druid fuck it.
Yeah,
but it could just be me being a contrarian NPC. So
I think the appeal of Jim's videos to people is that he finds obscure shit and summarizes it easily without you having to go and find a bunch of information. That's really all it is.
So lazy content?
Yeah, it's content for lazy people.
I see.
Yeah, you'll see if you're privy to like a subject that he's going to cover before he does it, and then you watch the video, you're like, yeah, that's not very interesting, you know. But if you don't know anything about it whatsoever, and then you watched it, then it can be more interesting. And I think that's and that could be what it is, as far as like people thinking like his content's got worse. It's just that he's covering so much of like the kill stream and stuff like that, like. So many people know about it already, so when it's just regurgitated, it's like, okay, but nothing new.
Yeah,
that's
a good point.
I also remember watching the
because he includes so much streams instead of his own content.
Yeah, as I was about to say before, I also remember watching his videos shitting all over Bloodsport after all of it went to flames. And everybody was hyping it so much, and then when I finally saw it, I just thought it was overhyped as well.
That's not a Jim problem. That's just his audience is all new fag, and you can just say cunt, and they'll go, he said cunt. That's the type of people.
Well, yeah, his audience is Reddit embodied. That's why they don't know about all this shit that he's making videos on, and they think it's so interesting.
Admittedly, I have to out myself here. I'm a bit of a new fag, but I still don't like Medicare.
Well, there's nothing wrong with actually being a new fag. It's just the people who are new fags and then like to act like they know everything about the internet.
There's a difference between new fags and old fags, whereas new fags are people who have they haven't seen anything, but they kind of know how to look around, and they kind of have their feet in the water. And then old fags are people who just fake everything and they pretend like they know. And then they all kind of, whenever they see something that everyone else knows, they're like, oh, hey, this is a new thing, because they're liars. Right? Mm-hmm. So Jim's audience is essentially a bunch of these old fags where they're all pretending to be in.
Yeah,
really hard.
And to be fair, I mean, I've seen when he's gone on live streams with Andy Worski and sometimes on the Ralph Retort, and admittedly he has good bands, but I just don't find the guy very entertaining, and he also nihilist fags a lot.
I will also say this, that I'm not 100%, and it could have always been the case, but I think like recently it's gotten, over the last like 6 months or something, it's just, maybe it's because his audience has grown as far as like live streams and like the community or whatever. It's gotten way worse, and I think there's really no denying it after seeing like the Kiwi Farms posts and all the board posts of people like really losing it over what they say that Josh did, the owner of a website where everyone's free to post on a forum. So that's really apparent now. I don't really think you can deny that.
Yeah. But yeah, and as well as I mentioned before, a lot of the nihilist fagging, even though he is very much a social justice warrior when it comes to pedophilia. So it's very contradictory when he's nihilist fagging all the time, and then he
Wait, what?
There's nothing with getting mad at pedophiles. If anything, that's the one stance I have that I think he the one stance he has that I think is great is how pissed off he gets about them.
That's fine. I mean, there's worse things to be a social justice warrior about, and I care also a lot about the well-being of children as well. But he also wants to be a nihilist bag and pretend that he doesn't care about anything, but also go out of his way to go after pedophiles. So
I don't think that's really the case.
I think it's very contradictory.
I've never heard him nihilist fag. I've heard him. He's an accelerationist, but I don't think he's a nihilist.
He's talked about his. Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
He's talked about his political views on live streams. He's talked about like issues that he cares about. They're out there. I mean, I think the problem is when people try to like juxtaposition that with like their own views. So they're like, well, why don't you care about this? And like, why don't you do that? Oh, you're just, you don't care about anything.
Yeah. Well,
so
look,
I don't think.
I'm sorry. Well, look, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say that Jim should do this or Jim should do that. I mean, I really don't care what he does at the end of the day. Plus, you got all these people, and that includes Diogenes as well. And it's a shame because I watch him on BOIR all the time, and I remember seeing him going on the Rock Retort telling Jim that he could have been a hero, and quite honestly, I would not trust Medicare to be a hero at all. That's just my position. Really,
that's everyone.
I don't see him in any way trying to save the West or anything.
Everyone's position is that he's not a. There's no hero. I mean, that whole thing. I just wish like people could put out a giant disavow. I mean, like I feel bad. He got an enormous amount of shit for that, but I mean, spurging out and then like he represents like a shitty for Jeff and ANCAP. But yeah, it wasn't a very good showing. That's for sure.
It's unfortunate. Diogenes, he just didn't think before he tweeted. It's a true shame, but yeah, he basically stood no chance against somebody with Vance like Medicare.
Well, the thing about it is like Jim didn't even really try to Vance with them. He really tried to like let him off the hook and didn't really do anything until he brought up him having something to do with killing Terry Davis. Before that, they were just like talking.
I think truly letting Diogenes off the hook would actually ignoring whatever tweet that Diogenes sent in the first place. I think Medicare actually knew that something was going to go down when he brought him on the Rock Retort or invited him on the Rock Retort. So I'm not sure if that's really letting him on the hook if Diogenes was on the Rock Retort to debate with.
He let him go for a good 20 minutes and like not really just like calmly, not fucking trying to embarrass him or anything for a while. So I mean he kind of did, and Dio is the one that's like I think, right? He was like, let's go on the kill stream. He like invited himself. He's like, you won't face me on the kill stream or something like that, right? Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he was the one that added kill stream in there, or was it Jim?
No, it's Diogenes.
It was that. Wait, so it was Diogenes who said, let's go on the kill stream and settle this right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then I take back what I said. Yes, that's the case.
To which Diogenes' reply was, gulp!
I don't know. But yeah, I mean, that's one of the things I just wanted to talk about as well. I forgot what I was going to talk about.
It happens to the best of us.
Okay, yeah, well, I also wanted to ask because I came to the stream late. Why are you guys still analyzing the gay op that was going on?
No, it's just for fun.
It's a joke.
It was just fun. It was just all fun.
What are ops if not to be investigated?
Well, it could have been like somebody was talking about it still, and that might have triggered Davis to have another stream about this again. To have
the ringleader.
Well, I did prepare a little bit where I was going to be angry about the Insta and Snapchat being deleted on his behalf, but I wasn't even like, it was prepared. But before this stream, I was on Godo's stream and we talked about that Worski business ad nauseum, so I didn't even feel like it. So hate to say it, but I don't know.
Davis,
We're just
Davis,
gonna have to
phone
stop
posting.
talking about that.
Phone posting is a request for you.
What's that?
It's in the Discord chat.
Should have called vape a pedo.
Do it, Davis.
I won't do it.
Go on.
I won't do it. The guy gave me $5.
So?
He's my fucking pay. He's my pay.
What if I offered you?
Yeah, but then he asked for the money back.
$6.
That's a pretty bad pay pig.
That's true.
Yeah, no, you gotta call him a pedo, man.
No, I ain't calling him a pedo.
What if I offered you $6 to call him a pedo?
Then I would call him a pedo.
Well, let's go. Come on.
But do it here.
Streamlabs in the description.
This
Go on.
fucker's $6 right now.
Call him a pedo. Hurry up.
I didn't hear
Looks
the
like
bell.
we got ourselves a Mexican standoff.
Do it for more money, like $100.
Shut your whore mouth, advocate.
Don't settle so low.
No, I'll definitely do it for $6.
You gotta be like Coach Red Pill. Never settle.
Take the coach advice. Real quick, let me just say hello to Sinister in the YouTube stream. Am awesome. Welcome to the stream. Kimonito God says Davis is a gay op curator. It's probably true. Maybe that should be the name of the stream. The gay opcast. So we can be just like Thomas Ellington. And those guys.
You know, Thomas Ellington is a very enlightened individual.
Get the fuck out.
Also very dirty.
He's all that time he would spend taking baths, he spends reading books. That's why he's so enlightened.
Oh, there you go.
And so greasy.
You're investigating things the way he does. Sometimes things, the more mundane things in life just sort of slip past you. I can understand that.
It's forever been poison to me.
So true. Talmudic internet detective in the Discord chat. Anyone got some good pics of David's face? He's the only one I don't have good cropped faces of. What do you need? What do you need my face to be doing?
You don't want to know.
Ellie has one that has plenty of it.
Bet it's going to be bad.
That's Cantor phone posting.
No, that's me.
No, that's Davis, don't you know? He's the same person.
It's me when
Holy shit. So he's a drunken Scots. What is Cantor again?
I can't remember.
Slav. Drunken Scots Slav. That's
just a drunk.
You suggesting that Davis is Jim?
It's probably true.
No.
No one has made that claim. And I'm not Queen of Bants, by the way, guys. Anybody on the YouTube stream, I'm not Queen of Bants. I just pretended to be a man who pretended to be a woman.
Did I have that right, Anchovy? Scott Slav? Isn't that what he is?
Isn't that what who is? Cantor?
Cantor.
Yeah, he's Scott Slav.
Oh, Pollock. That's right. Thank you, phone posting. Anchovy, how that one slipped by you, I will never know. You were so fucking autistic, I would not have expected you to miss that.
True internet detective, he misses key info.
Ah, thank you, Bo. I forgot about the part of him that's also Asian.
Barehand says, Davis, but you did ban everyone in a drunken stupor because of your guilt over being Queen of Bants. Yeah, I did do that. Did a lot of things. Did many things, but it was all a gay op, guys. Sorry. Can't help myself.
Oh no. But if you do gay ops, then who can I trust, Davis?
When I get a thirst for a gay op, can't be quenched. Until there is spurgery around, then I will relent. Sinister says the Queen of Bants op was the best ever. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Not so much of an op as it was a troll. Not many people knew about it. Only became a bit of an op after Worski got involved.
He does have an attraction to ops.
Yeah, he's always there when there's an op going down.
Yeah.
Conveniently, all this op stuff happened to happen quite coincidentally next to his arguments with notorious
here we go again.
tranny Blair White.
There you go. Would have been funnier if the op was that the girl was indeed a tranny.
Upper post-op, Davis.
Could have had like steamy sexting messages where he's talking about sucking her pee-pee and all that. I don't know if it would have said something like that, but
isn't that what Sargon?
Sexist.
Jeff Fag Hugbox? Jeff Fag Hugbox? What's that? What is that? I don't know what that is.
Jeff Snee. Don't worry about it.
Alright. I won't worry about it. Probably shouldn't be worrying about it. Sometimes YouTube chat, let me tell you, sometimes we talk about things that go on in the Discord, in the general Discord. Hate to leave you out of it, but just a reminder, everybody's welcome. In the Discord, unless you're a dirty dog. Very few dirty dogs in the world that I won't let in the Discord. I used to have an open door policy. I would never kick anybody, but then people tested me. Then I became a brief fascist.
Let your inner Thomas Ellington slip, did you?
Did. Couldn't help it. But I'll put that link in the description here. And put it in the comments. Talmudic Internet Detective in the Discord General says Davis reminder to never trust a Jeff Fag. Okay. Let me just point out the Jeff Fag so I know.
Pretty sure they were saying that Pleiadian Advocate was one. I may have misunderstood that.
Palladian Advocate, are you a Jeff Fag?
Am I a Jeff Fag? I mean, that's a loaded question right there.
Loaded question. Answer the question, goddammit.
I
don't know if I should trust you or not.
It's a so-so relationship with me being a Jeff Fag.
Sounding like you're not very trustworthy at all.
Oh yeah, you caught me. I was actually running the gay off the whole time.
Maybe you are. Maybe you're running it right now.
Yeah.
You trying to get me involved in something that's gonna affect my reputation on YouTube.
Already. That's the glory of you're already involved.
Looking at my Streamlabs, looks like Anal Vape is not going to be called a pedo today by me. Somebody needs to dig deep.
Damn it.
Oh, no, I said, what if I offered you $6? I never said I was going to actually pay you $6.
Ah! You got me on a technicality! Fuck! Anal Vape is a pedo. I've done it.
Good man.
A man of my word. Sometimes. Sometimes I'm just a dirty liar.
It's okay, Davis. I'm a liar. And toxic. And an asshole and a bunch of other stuff that people call me. So
Hey, I'm the asshole around here.
Fuck off.
Oh, man. Something I cannot abide. Someone having my name in the Discord. You're gonna make confusion. Don't like it. All the girls that think that they're going to be sexting me are going to be sexting you. Makes me furious. I don't know.
Whatever happened to your trailer park picture, Davis, of the Donga tribe?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I just lost interest in it completely. I was like,
Fucking
oh.
op to get Davis to get off his picture.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Oh, God.
It fucking
That's
worked.
great.
No, I don't know. It just occurred to me that it's $50 for yeah, I mean, you know how I work. It's just work.
Yeah.
So it's just not worth it. And plus, I'm so fucking tired of fucking e-celebs and all that bullshit. I was just like, fuck it. I'm not.
Davis, you are an e-celeb.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Are you sick of yourself? Is that what you're saying?
Yep. Truly am.
I think it's time you should go onto your search bar and type in BetterHelp. I hear they have good people.
I think a suicide hotline would be more preferable.
Oh, no.
Tell you what, I'll probably do. I'll probably just get myself possessed again. Get away from all this drama shit and do a good old-fashioned possession stream.
If you do get possessed, just make sure Leo Pirate isn't arguing with some asshole on a Discord.
Oh, yeah. He wasn't there for me. Fucking demon. Didn't want to talk to a demon. Sinister says BetterHelp is always the way to go when you're having suicidal or homicidal thoughts. Is that true? They deal with that shit? I don't know myself. We're back to an old-fashioned art stream where we have nothing but dead air.
I think it's time you pull up the YouTube and play that Viva La Raza.
Okay.
Ugh.
Old days.
You know how it is.
I don't know. As a stick myself, I hate Viva La Raza.
How much longer do you all? I want to pull the room. How much longer do you guys think this whole YouTube thing's going to pan out? Like, not as a whole, but just the current bigwigs. Much longer do you think they have?
What are you talking about? Oh, YouTube as a platform?
The current big creators, like, you can be anyone, Sargon.
I think until they invent smell-o-vision, because you'll be able to smell the shit on half of them.
I'm not sure. Maybe this is a bit nitpicky, but I don't think you're asking the right questions. It's how long these face cam people, these regular people who get millions of views on YouTube will be able to last. Because it's just going to get more and more corporate. as time goes by. You guys ever heard of T-Series?
No. What is that?
T-Series is, I believe it's Indian. It's an Indian corporation for publishing big stars in India.
That channel that surpassed PewDiePie?
It's going to. It hasn't yet, but it's going to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, what does it do? What?
It's just music videos of big pop stars from India.
Oh.
So India right now is how YouTube used to be in America about back in 2010-ish. For the Indians, they don't really got much going on. So when any big is instantly going to get everyone's attention.
Oh my god. What do you think about that, Scraddles?
I don't know nothing about no Indians. Except that guy Takasaw. He's a bit of a scrabbler.
Alright. You heard it here first, guys.
Lying. Because, as we all know, Indians shit in the streets. And what
Hang on, man. I'm not watching the stream. What's Davis doing? Talking to his dick or something?
He's talking to his dog.
Got a dog.
He's talking with his dog. His dog actually talks.
Yeah, I have a talking dog. Scraddles.
You guys gotta get it right. God.
My name's Scraddles. I'm a bit of a scraddler.
Alright. Calm down.
Alright, well, I thought you had like some gay little like puppet or prop on your stream or something. Going all like, weird.
I'm trying something new, guys. I've tried everything the last 2 weeks to get this fucking stream going. Now I'm basically talking with a little toy dog here. It's over.
You just have to agree with everything Jim says, and then you'll be big.
Well,
you disagree, you get mass dislikes on your stream, so you got to be careful there, boy.
I don't know if I do disagree with anything Jim says. That's the thing. Not trying to be a sycophant or anything.
Yeah. I mean, that happens in BYR. If someone says something bad about Mr. Medicare, there's usually some social gym warriors to dislike the video.
Yeah, I think I like Leo Pirate's take. He doesn't like Jim, and one of the reasons is because his fans suck. But
well, I don't think that's fair. The reason why is because everybody's fans pretty much suck.
No, sure, fandom itself becomes fucking terrible.
Yeah. Just about everybody's fan base is very very annoying.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But the other thing that's also annoying on the opposite spectrum is that when someone says something that I think is a little bit silly, when they say something silly about Jim, and if I say, well, that's wrong because of this, then they'll call me like a Jim sycophant. Like, oh, you're just a Jim fanboy. And that's just as stupid as being a Jim fanboy.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Oh my god. You turned into a little scraddler.
My only criticism is people need to get better criticisms.
That's a good point.
Come on, that's a good criticism, isn't it? Come on.
It's a very meta criticism, but good nonetheless.
It's pretty good.
Criticism.
That's a good criticism.
Is that true? Did Diogenes leave the world?
Could
I think he left our server, but then he come back like a day later. I think he left a lot of things and come back a day later. So
I think he just took really a small break. He never officially said that he was leaving. Well, he never.
Yeah, but to take a break, you don't have to leave. You can just turn it off.
Yeah,
hiding in shame will do that.
Hey, I'm having a break from a shower and watching the TV and doing those things right now. They're off. I don't have to like disinstall and dismantle them and leave them.
He's no longer in this server, so.
Yeah. I think
so correct me if I'm wrong, but I've always been under the impression that if Joaquin didn't split from BYBS, that Dio would have done the same shit.
Nah.
What do you mean? Done what same shit?
Just that Dio is kind of like a little tiny baby Joaquin.
little baby wacky.
I don't. That's way off base, in my opinion. I don't know.
They both spurg the same way. They both are high off their own farts the same way.
It's not. It's not the same thing, man. Dio's pretty loyal to ANCAP and Jeff. I don't see that happening.
Yeah, he prefers to have these streams where they talk.
Yeah, but it's out of loyalty to like a thing that neither one of those two other people has. He's like loyal to an invisible internet hand that hates him.
I mean, no, I think Joaquin is just somebody who would sell his soul for e-fame.
Dude, watch that.
I never said Dio did the same shit Joaquin did. I'm just saying that he's similar.
Yeah, I get it. You're having a very subtle and nuanced conversation here. Hey, check the fucking hill stream that just went up, the one that was taken off. It's man, he spurgs at the end. He is crying. He goes like that. They're giving him donations, and he's like, "Yeah, that's very interesting. Suck my dick." Next donation comes in. They're like, Joaquin's a Jew or whatever, and he's like, "Oh, thanks for your money. Suck my dick." And everyone's like, dude, stop being so angry. Like, just calm down. He's like, no, I'll get fucking angry. It's my show. It's proper funny.
I don't even know what heel turn is. I haven't watched it yet.
Ankle twist.
It's quality content.
Yes.
They don't have a talking dog, I'll assure you.
Joaquin's
they did have one of them on there, I'll tell you that.
Joaquin's a very neurotic person. You kind of have to use game on him. Kind of like a woman that you need to.
Well, he's like anyone at the end part of an argument. You know, he's like anyone at the end part of an argument. He's upset you can't understand what he's saying. He's like all upset you didn't get it.
Well, that's usually somebody with no self-control.
Has anyone ever gotten in a call? I just want to know if this has ever happened, because if not, someone's gotta. Has anyone ever been in a call with underwater Alex Jones and just said he took a breath every single time he breathes? Let's see that shit. It's like, you know how he goes, he's like, like every time he goes, someone goes, he just.
I gotta be honest, that stream I just watched, he's the only one not spurging out.
Wow, that's incredible.
That's a surprise.
Can you link that somewhere, or do you mind?
Yeah, I swear I posted it earlier. I'll link it there. I'll find it now. 2 seconds.
I got it, Bully. It's if you just click on that, Davis, it'll come up.
All right.
It's the mega link.
Oh yeah, that's a pain in the ass, Davis. You ain't gonna want that. Here you go. Look, here's a YouTube link. This is crazy place.
I didn't know that they uploaded on YouTube yet.
Yeah, some guy did some autism chan. It's the last hour. It's the last hour, but that's when it that's when it kicks off.
Yeah, it took I went to 140 and I just caught the end of it, but like the Eric Stryker guy was just like bitch slapping Joaquin at the end. So I went back to
Yeah,
the
he was
beginning.
proper pissing him off. He kept going, I'm a communist. I love
Joaquin
Karl
got
Marx.
he got so fucking mad, and the chat's just like, "You're a fucking neocon faggot." And but yeah, at the beginning, nothing really happens. I think I watched the first 30 minutes because I didn't know when it started, so I'm sure it is like the last
I like the bit where he was like, let me speak, it's my show, it's my show. It's like, oh, God. Oh, no.
The terrible show host always screaming in desperation that that it's their show. Thomas Ellington does it. Fucking Ralph does it. All these people do it.
Yeah, let's have a show where we have call-ins. It's going to be, you know, speak your speech sort of thing. But it's my show, you know. It's my show. That's crazy.
All right. Maybe I'll watch this later. I don't know. I'll put the link to that in the stream for anybody who wants to watch that. Other than that, I don't know. Maybe we should just call it a night. What do you think, guys? We've done good work. We have not done anything at all, have we?
All we've done was essentially dismantle any credibility this had.
Yeah, it's probably true. All right. Thanks for stopping by, guys. You guys take care.
Yep. Have a good night, Davis.
As far as everybody else out there in the YouTube stream, thanks so much for stopping by. We'll probably do something fun tomorrow if we do a stream. Okay, this is the promise that I'll make for you. This is the promise that I'll make for you. The next time that we do a stream, we will do something fun. I like to do something fun. I like to do something a little bit out there these days. And we got sidetracked. Chat, we got sidetracked by that whole Warski stream. Because I was planning some good stuff with that whole ghost thing. And I don't know if we're going to be able to go back to that. But I've also got a few other ideas. So, the next time you see me, expect good things. Or maybe you'll never see me ever again. You guys have a good night, and I'll see you later on the Night Beast.